on the author of the channel dafugboom. Fans of the all-famous Skibidi Toilet series have already launched a mass strike, directing a wave of hatred at other Skibidi Toilet writers. But was it justified? And why was there an attack with strikes on the Dafuk channel? Here, let's break it all down in order. Hi everyone, in this video we want to tell you about the unfair and unlawful treatment of YouTube platform members by dafugboom channel and how this person breaks people's lives. Absolutely unsuspecting, many authors on YouTube started making fan videos about Skibidi toilets, thus popularizing this topic more and more. At one point, without breaking any YouTube rules, a large number of authors, one after another, began to receive strikes from dafugboom and demands that from now on you will have to pay me percent of your income. Due to this action by dafugboom, channels that have received 3 strikes cannot post videos for 10 business days until YouTube removes the strikes after the appeal is sent. This leads to most authors losing all or part of their profits and suffering morally. I will now explain to you why all these accusations are baseless and how dafugboom himself started this war. What if I told you that absolutely all the characters dafugboom uses are the property of Valve? Absolutely all of his characters are made from models taken from the publicly available Steam Workshop, as well as from Half-Life 2, which is also the property of Valve. This means that dafugboom cannot patent his characters because all these characters are already the property of Valve. Absolutely anyone has the right to take all these models and make content from them in good faith. I want to make it clear that our team does not violate YouTube policy in any way, and all the characters in our videos were taken from Steam Workshop or created by ourselves in specialized 3D programs. On behalf of many authors, I want to tell you the other side of the whole situation. First of all, we are not the same group of people who publish TV Woman NSFW content. We are against such content. All we do is create the same content with fair use of copyrights, as the author dafugboom declares. Also, dafugboom in this post started talking about the connection between our actions and our regional origin, where there is no connection. Many of us are not from the CIS at all. He says that we are all discussing how to capitalize on the situation, but this is fundamentally wrong. All we want to do is work in peace. Many of us have families to feed, and we just create, yes, not the most educational, but non-infringing content, especially the author dafugboom. This situation has been going on for several months now, and until today, it was hidden from everyone. dafugboom has been demanding a percentage of our income for all these months, even though he had no right to do so. He threatened strikes if we paid, and in some cases, even when authors agreed to his terms, he still staged a strike on the channel. Strikes destroy channel statistics both in terms of views and revenue. dafugboom has created revenue losses for dozens of channels, including even channels with millions of viewers. dafugboom even threw a strike to a channel like GameTunes. They have 10 million subscribers and have been building their channel for years. They published a post in the community about how dafugboom treated them in private chat, didn't make contact, and eventually acted treacherously. But now you can see a modified version of that post because there was nothing left for them to do but agree to a percentage of their income. All authors did not know what to do in such a situation because when they contacted YouTube support about this situation, YouTube did not help. We are trying to negotiate with dafugboom to solve everything peacefully and without interest, so that each author continues to work in peace. But dafugboom chooses to write such complaining posts on Twitter and on his Discord, Telegram channels, as well as in exposés on YouTube. We're sorry that all authors have faced such an uncomprehending person who sees us as a mafia, calling us all kinds of names, but it's not true. We only want peace. In one of his Discord posts, dafugboom committed a very serious offense by violating YouTube's harassment and cyberbullying policy. He publicly stated the personal physical details as well as the email of one of the authors of a fan video on Skibidi Toilet. This act would later lead to death threats, hacking attempts from hundreds of dafugboom fans. If any of the higher YouTube administration is watching this video, I ask for immediate attention to this situation. Each of you is probably wondering if all these strikes were wrongful, so why did YouTube accept them? All because the strikes are considered automatically with the help of a trained neural network, which is able to recognize copyright violations, but as it turned out, this system works as incorrectly as possible, which is proved by the fact that several videos from dafugboom channel were also removed, as well as videos of other authors who in the same way received strikes from dafugboom without violating any rules of fair use YouTube. Using all these holes in the system, dafugboom started blocking fan videos en masse, justifying it by claiming that the authors were using characters belonging to him in their videos. He began blackmailing authors and gave them an ultimatum: either you pay me 30% of your income from the use of my characters, or I will endlessly throw strikes at you. dafugboom makes hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it is not enough for him. This person is very greedy and behaves violently, attacking channels that do not have such a huge income. We have screenshots from the correspondence with dafugboom in which he asked to discount the analytics of the channel to find out how much money should be transferred to him. This is the ultimate extortion, isn't it? A huge number of channels, both small and large, have suffered at his hands. For example, as I said before, recently large channels such as GameTunes, 10 million subscribers, and Dom Studio, 4.5 million subscribers, have suffered. dafugboom sent them angry, threatening, and manipulative messages, forcing them to pay 30% of their profits. We have reliable information that these channels actually pay a monthly percentage to dafugboom under the fear that he will do something to their channels or worse, to the authors themselves. dafugboom's behavior crosses all boundaries of behavior and rules of the YouTube platform. No one wants to pay him interest and be extorted. It seems that dafugboom thinks he is a mafioso and thinks he can remain untouched after threatening to strike his competitors and ruining people's lives. I want to separately touch on one Telegram channel that extorts money from dafugboom and his fans on our behalf. I want to say that we have nothing to do with this Telegram channel. Many already think that this is the same Telegram channel of the so-called mafia, as we are now called. I want to once again explain our goals. Our main goal is to achieve justice in relation to other authors on Skibidi Toilet who make bona fide content without vulgarity and vilification. Our goal has never been to extort money from dafugboom and his fans. You should realize that because of the current situation on the internet, there are a lot of fake sources that speak on our behalf. I hope we've cleared that up. I would also like to mention about such channel as Elite Cameraman, who also suffered from dafugboom. We have proof of this in the form of a screenshot of his post in the YouTube community, which was eventually deleted also because Elite Cameraman started paying interest to dafugboom under threats of further strikes on his videos. I want you to know that this is not an isolated incident, and there are dozens of channels that pay dafugboom interest. The Elite Cameraman had no choice but to follow dafugboom's instructions and take his side in this war. Elite Cameraman wrote in his post that dafugboom withdrew all strikes due to fan support for Elite Cameraman, but all this was done only to avoid arousing suspicion from the fans and to leave dafugboom as a white crow in this situation. I think that now our position on dafugboom is clear to you, and now we can tell you how we intend to solve this problem. We began to write a huge number of messages to the administration of YouTube, telling in maximum detail about how dafugboom behaves, attaching a bunch of screenshots and evidence confirming the fact of extortion and violation of the rules of the platform on the part of dafugboom. Unfortunately, YouTube administration did not help us in solving this issue, and therefore many authors from our team decided to resort to radical measures, and specifically, we decided to act like dafugboom. We used his own weapons against him. We are not a gang or scammers, as dafugboom calls us from now on. We do not extort money from dafugboom. We do not ask him to pay us 30% of his income. We are adequate adults who have suffered at his hands. As a result, without getting any help from YouTube administration, we lost a huge amount of money, effort, and nerves. We tried to negotiate with dafugboom, but he sincerely believes that he is right. In response to calls for peace, he starts to be rude, bullying, and eventually throws someone authors in the blacklist. He thinks he is the king of YouTube, and we had to knock his crown off by proving it in practice. dafugboom, we are sure you will watch this video.